About 1,035 professional journalists have been killed in the past 15 years. This is according to the International Press Institute Death Profile Report. While in the first quarter of 2018, 49 journalists were murdered globally. However, Nigeria takes the 11th position among list of countries where journalists are slain and the perpetrators not prosecuted, while the country recorded 13 deaths of journalists, the highest in 2012 since its independence. The annual Global Impunity Index for Nigeria says 5 journalists have been killed with complete impunity in the past decade, with terrorist group Boko Haram hugely responsible, while some suffer in the hands of kidnappers.
And I doubt if these challenges will end. I'm not even talking about the external challenges outside the profession, where you talk about issues of kidnapping, issues of harassment, issues of... The natural thing is with people who are politically exposed, who hold political positions, is that they will always, as much as possible, shield the activities. Most times are enshrouded in secrecy. And the duty of the journalist, as is commonly referred to as the fourth estate of the realm, is to beam searchlight over all the other arms. And naturally, you will find that they won't want that to happen. So you find we run into conflict, a situation where there's a conflict between the people who either hold political positions and the media.
Most recently, 2 journalists from Nasarawa State were abducted on their way from work, while the death of Jamal Khashoggi also drew global attention for action by the international community. Of the 65 journalists killed in 2017, 58, that's about 89%, were killed in their own country, and 7 were killed while reporting in another country. Some of them include Enenche Akogu, Channels TV, Bayohu The Guardian, Sunday Giangbwede The Light Bearer, Zakaria Isa, Nigerian Television Authority, amongst others.
The life of a journalist in this part of the world is very challenging in respect to the daily activities they perform every day, going after the story, getting to the root of the story and getting the truth out of it. A lot of challenges in terms of the involvement with the government of the day, trying to make sure that the stories are well placed and the people are getting the truth out of it. But it has been very challenging because it hasn't been so easy. A lot of our journalists have faced a lot of life-threatening issue, in terms of what they go through on a daily basis.
Organizations and individuals have risen against this unresolved case in their countries to demand action and justice against those in the fourth estate of the realm. However, this year's commemoration provides another opportunity to take stock on the lots of journalists globally, especially as it affects the performance of their duty.
The hazards in Nigeria's journalism is no different from that of other parts of the world. For Amade Nuyi, a Nigerian journalist who was brutally harassed a couple of days back by security personnel at an event he went to cover, will be sharing his story with us. Thank you so much for choosing to speak with Roots TV.
Thank you.
What is your experience like?
For journalists in Nigeria, I would say in very clear terms, we are like an endangered species. So many people, especially security agencies, they look at us as a necessary nuisance, and they just can't stand, especially when you are with a camera. You are a target. If they have to quell a violent protest and a journalist comes with a camera, they leave the protest, their primary assignment, and focus on the journalist. So it's something that so many people say is impunity, yes, but it's something that everybody has to put hands on deck to try to bring an end to.
Itogi Moore, edit, Roots TV, Abuja.